Yo, 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 what's good? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling out there? Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. Did I say Apple? Yeah. iHeartRadio, Amazon, whole podcasting community. How y'all doing, man? It's your boy Be Nice, aka DJ God's Gift, aka Mr. Stay Motivated, aka Brian Lewis. It feels good to be back. I'm a little rusty, so bear with me. You know, still working the kinks out with the mic and things like that. So it's my first time doing my podcast from home. My first 4 episodes were from the nursing home. Thank God I'm home. You know, my humble abode, my room, so I'm able to really, I'm be in my element and create like I want to. But anyway, man, so how we feeling? How y'all doing? It's been a minute, like I said. Definitely glad to be on. Not gonna make this too long because, I know people's attention spans is, real short these days. But I want to try something different. For those of you that have not heard my music, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start just like every podcast, just play something from any one of my albums. Got 15 of them, just so my audience knows about my music, and then we're gonna get into today's discussion for the Stay Opinionated and Opinionated and Stay Motivated and Opinionated podcast. Like I said, this is one shot take, so I'm trying to get that back used to it. But yeah, this is a beat instrumental. Shout out to Devonia. I hope I got your name right. We collabed on a project called Simple Therapy Part 1. She did 5 beats, I did 5 beats, and this is my beat called Black Magic Man Freedom. Hey. Trying to bring more energy to this podcast. Like I said, we're doing things differently in my career. Hey. And just a testament, I made this beat, paralyzed fingers. I can only move my thumbs, barely. But yeah, paralyzed fingers. Let you know you can do anything through God. It's possible. And shout out to my little bro, Juby the God. He went ham on this beat. We got an album coming out soon. Young artist from Chicago. Resides in North Carolina right now. Just wanted to give a little shout out to him. Can't get flat for playing your music. Y'all know me, ones that know me. I love a good breakdown. You gotta let the beat breathe. Alright, man. That was Black Magic Man Freedom. Produced by yours and one only. Brian B. Nice Lewis. Peep the chain, you know what it is. Alright, so we're gonna get into today's topic, discussion, however you want to call it. As I stated earlier, this is the Stay Motivated and Opinionated podcast. This will probably be the last or next to last one of the year. It's my 5th episode. For those that don't know me, my name is Brian Lewis. Nice to meet y'all. Today I wanted to talk about something I think is very important. Patience and understanding in relationships and friendships. Like I said, it doesn't have to be just strictly relationship based. It could be friendship based as well. Y'all forgive me. I'm not digging up my nose. My nose ring irritates sometimes. But anyway, so let's start with friendships first. I know with friendships, whether you've been friends with someone for 20 plus years, 5 plus years, just beginning to know somebody, patience and understanding is always key. Because you never know what their day was like. You never know what they're going through. You might be their best friend, their confidant, the one they always go to when they have no one to go to. Sometimes they can't go to their parents. Sometimes they can't go to their spouse, their boyfriend, girlfriend, which is why they have a friend, a best friend. And so if they have that faith, that trust in you, don't take it for granted. And of course there's going to be things you disagree on, things that they doing you don't want to rock with, you doing they might not want to rock with. But at the end of the day, if it's a friendship worth keeping, worth saving, you have to understand where the other person is coming from. You're not always right. They're not always right. But if you have that type of friendship where you can check each other and the other person doesn't get offended or, I forgot what, Django and Chain, the white guy, and the Klansman. So all you can do is criticize. Like, you know, if you're always criticizing someone, that is a, you know, relationship wise, that is a turn off. And then, like, friendship wise, that's like, yo, you know me. You know how I am. You know how I rock. I could take some criticism, but if you just gonna keep coming at me, you know, on everything I do, I'm gonna stop coming to you. And that's how you lose a friendship. Checking someone because they're wrong is different. If you have that type of, you know, pull or rapport with someone. But always criticizing someone over what they do, sometimes you just got to let them make their own mistakes. You know, it's that I can show you better than I can tell you. And sometimes that's why God give us free will. You know, like, I'm telling you, you know, follow my instructions in the Bible. You know, I'm telling you what to do or how to do it. But it's up to you. I'm not making you do that. You know, just like we're getting saved. Like, you don't have to get saved. If you want to go to heaven or you want to go to hell, you know, you got to go through Christ first. Accept him as your Lord and Savior. Things like that. But I mean, not trying to get biblical. I'm just saying, you know, that's why God gave everyone free will. You know, you choose who you should serve. So I mean, you can either choose to listen to that friend when they're telling you, hey, slow down. Like, you moving. And if y'all hear something, my mic is so sensitive. So, yeah. But anyway, if you see something that someone's doing and you don't like what they're doing, you know, that's grounds to check them. But at the same time, you know, you also do it in a respectful manner. There's a way to check somebody without being disrespectful. There's a way to criticize somebody without being disrespectful, without hurting their feelings. Because, like the old saying always go, hurt people hurt people. And if you're already hurting and your intent is to hurt somebody else, that's not being a good friend. You're just being a jerk at that point. Because you want them to hurt as bad as you do. That's not right. So, you know, never lose a good friendship because one is afraid to A, apologize, B, take accountability. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. And C, because friends don't come easy, especially the good ones and the ones that will really ride or die for you. They do not come easy. I know I got friends I've had since I was a little jit, like from a toddler, a baby. I didn't know you were, but we grew up to know who we, you know, as friends or whatever in school or church, things like that. So, and I cherish all my friendships from my deeper life days, my, you know, people from Alpha and Omega in my church, Rosewood, Goldsboro, Eastern Wayne, Southern Wayne, North Wayne, Charles Baycott, Princeton, like anybody in Sampson County, Wayne County, Johnston County, all, you know, Greensboro, like A&T, Central, UNC Chapel Hill, UNC Greensboro. Like, I got friends everywhere. My people that's, you know, in Jersey. Hey, yo, my Jersey folks, Newark, stand up. All the summers I spent there. Like, I cherish all my friendships. Do I have a like, you know, medium circle, so to speak, of people that I confide into? Yeah, because you can't confide in everybody. But at the same time, it's nice to have a good circle that to be with. You know what I'm saying? To talk to. And yeah, I'm proud to say I have that. And I thank God for it every day. But let's get down to the nitty gritty. This is what I've been waiting on. Ladies, fellas, listen up. Ladies, fellas, some of y'all not gonna like what I say. And if I cuss a little bit, it's alright. That's why it's called opinionated, and it's my podcast, so I can do what I want. My Christian folks, I love you, but hey, y'all know me. I'm Trisha's son. Can't really see it, but yeah, the tattoo, Trisha. Y'all know how my mom is, or was. Rest in peace, my mom. Her birthday coming up Friday too. I think the 20th, whenever the 20th is. But anyway, relationships. Let's start with that communication part. If you're trying to get to know someone, communication is high key. Because if I like you, you like me. We both have clearly stated this. But if you don't put forth the effort to communicate, we all have bad days. I'm in a wheelchair. Y'all don't think I have a bad day? But y'all see me smiling. Those who can't see and hear my voice, y'all hear the joy in my voice, being back, on the mic, on my podcast. I'm in pain right now. Excruciating pain. But I don't complain about it. Instead, I choose to just thank God every day that I'm still alive. And, just because you're going through something don't mean you got to go through it alone. Now, I mean, if that's your coping mechanism, then I guess I understand. But if you have people, especially family, friends, a therapist, that you can talk to, or that are willing to listen and talk to you and help you, use those resources. Because the more stuff you keep in, the more you gonna lash out or make someone pay for the mistakes of someone else or the mistakes of yourself that you put yourself into. That's where accountability come in. Because some of the stuff some of y'all are going through, you put yourself into it. And then get mad when somebody tries to help you. You thinking they criticizing you, or you thinking they trying to check you, or whatever. In all reality, they're just telling you the truth. You just don't want to accept it. That comes with understanding. Anybody dealing with me, unless you're in a wheelchair like me, you're not going to understand where I'm coming from. Ever. I can explain it till the cows go home. You can try to understand. Trying to understand and understanding is two different things. If you at least try to understand someone, especially in a relationship, men and women, if you're trying to understand your woman, and women, if you're trying to understand your man, know that it's going to take patience, especially in a new relationship or a new talking phase, whatever it is. Like I've been out the dating game for a minute, so like I ain't been in a real relationship since 2011. I'm not ashamed to say that, but I'm just saying. So any person that I let in my life that I talk to, it's gonna be a trial and error, because I'm still kind of new to this. Like I'm trying to get back. I know how to court a woman. I know how to date this and that. But I'm gonna have to understand from her point of view some things that I'm not used to. 'Cause like I said, I haven't been in a relationship in almost 13 years. So there's some things I'm not going to know right off the bat. But I'm not afraid to be taught. I'm not afraid to get, you know, criticized or, get checked. Like, hey, I don't like the way you did this and that. Just because someone made one mistake doesn't mean that's the end all be all. That's a red flag. Now, if it's a crazy mistake, like, you find you catch them cheating or stuff like that, that's, of course, that's grounds for termination. But if it's just a little small mistake, like, nothing is worse that's worth giving up the friendship, the relationship, the talking phase, anything like that. If you really feel they're worth fighting for, if you really like them, then that one little mistake or that one mistake is going to be the end all be all. And I think a lot of us have been hurt, of course, by, men, women, all that stuff, in relationships. And like I said, that trust factor, that wall we build up, sometimes it's, Fort Knox, it's the Federal Reserve bank, you can't get in. Like, it's that part of the club where, only the ballers can get into. And if you ain't got the special access code or the password, the cachet, whatever, if you ain't got it, you ain't getting it in. And what I've heard this from someone, but I put my own spin to it. And it goes with both men and women, but mainly to my ladies out there. When a woman is used to getting hurt, when a good man comes along, she doesn't know how to treat them or receive them, and or she pushes him away. Because it's like, this man got to be too good to be true. He's too nice of a gentleman. He's too respectful. He's everything I ever wanted. But it just seems too good to be true. Sometimes it's not too good to be true. It's just true. It's all to my fellas. Fellas, you know how we are. We never want to open up to a woman, because of past relationships. We've been scorned. Every time we open up, it gets used against us. Blase, all that stuff. But if you continue to shut down every time, a woman is trying to get you to open up because you don't want to be vulnerable, just focus on staying single the rest of your life. Same thing with you women. Like, if you're not going to allow a man to, really tap in with you, vibe with you, sometimes I hate that word. I love your vibe. Like, just say you like me. I just keep it simple. I love your energy. Say you love my spirit. Like, right. I'm not really into the whole, astrology thing. Like, the Taurus got to be with a Gemini, or Gemini got to be with a Sagittarius. Like, bruh, all that stuff. If I like you, I like you. I don't care what sign you are. I don't care, about none of that stuff. Like, if you like somebody, you like somebody. Just because they're not the sign that matches with your sign, you gonna mess around and the sign that God has given you, you gonna mess around and miss out on a blessing, a good man, a good woman, because that person ain't the right sign that matches with your aura, or matches with your, your vibe or your energy or whatever, your chakras. Like, come on, man, we gotta chill with that. Like, love isn't about a sign. Love is about what's inside a person, not what their sign is. Not even by their religion is. I know plenty of people where, they've gotten into a relationship. The person, they know there is a God, but they're not into church. That doesn't mean that they're no less than I am. Like, church is in you. So, never try to force. And that's one thing about the gospel. You don't force the gospel. Like, you don't force God on people. They either want to be with him or not. Like, it's plain and simple. You never force someone to go your way. They either want to be with you or not. It's just that simple. But you also got to understand all of them. Just like a woman that would have to be dealing with me. She has to understand, hey, everything ain't gonna be sweet over here. Like, prayer allows them to waist down. I got to rely on my CNAs. I got to rely on them to, give me a bath, get me up, get me in my chair, things like that. And then once I'm in my chair, I'm good. Got, something to drink, got some snacks, whatever. I can move around freely in my house, things like that. Like, and then when I get in bed, it takes a minute. Probably takes about 30, 45 minutes for me to get settled. A woman is going to have to understand that. That doesn't mean that, if I say I'm going to call back, I'm going to call back. I'm letting you know it might take a minute, and I'm going to call back. And that's also another thing in relationships and friendships. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Like, stop giving someone expectations, but then not meeting up to them. That's why I like that song by Kevin Ross, Show and Prove. Like, you can say you like me all you want to. Prove it. If I tell you, hey, I'm going to call you back in a few minutes. I got to do such and such. And I call, you don't answer. You could be asleep. It's cool. But then the next day or later that night or something, you can either call back or text me like, hey, I apologize. I fell asleep or I got caught up in doing stuff. Then I'm going to understand, hey, you had something to do or you fell asleep. That's where understanding comes from. And then that's where patience comes from. Because everybody's not going to be on your time. Like, people got to realize, like, everybody's not going to be on your time. They have things they have to do. You have things you have to do. But that's where the understanding comes from. If you can agree on, hey, around about 8:30, 9 o'clock, if you ain't doing nothing, call me or I'm gonna call you. Things like that. Ladies, you can't say you want A and B and C from a man, but you're not willing to reciprocate A, B, and C. Like, without the D. No pun intended, but I'm just saying. Like, you can't ask or want something from a partner and not be willing to reciprocate that. Because if all they're doing is giving, and all you're doing is receiving, and you don't at least try to give something back, it doesn't necessarily have to be a gift. It can just be time, attention, a phone call back, a text back, Like, it's the little things that matter. The little things that matter. And I pay attention to everything. I got ADD, so I pay attention to everything, to detail, all my stuff. I'm a very vivid, lucid dreamer, all that things. Like, I pay attention to everything. I pay attention to detail. I'm all in the details. And sometimes it might be too much for women or intimidate them. I'm sorry. Like, we got to chill with insecurity too. Both men and women. And notice I'm including both of us in it, both sexes, because I never want to feel like I'm attacking one sex and not the other, or things like that, or that I'm just talking to one sex individually. Because there's already enough division in the world. I go on my Facebook page or Twitter or Instagram, whatever, every day, and there's always something. Men ain't shit. Men can't do this. Men can't do that. Women ain't no good. They just be hoeing around. I always want to go out. Like, can we find a common ground some kind of way? I'm like, because every woman ain't the same. Every man is not the same. Ladies, please get it out your head that there ain't no good men out there. There is. There are a lot of good men out there. You're just overlooking them. You're glossing over them. You're broing them. Putting them in the friend zone. Don't ask for God to send you a man and then he sends you somebody who is the perfect friend. And then he's giving you all the signs that he wants you, that he likes you, that he wants to be more than friends. But because you're not interested, or because he's not your type, and excuse that noise behind you, that's my bed. It's a air mattress, so it's gonna make noises. It's puffing up or whatever. But anyway, but yeah, like, you can't expect to ask God for a good man. Fellas, ask God for a good woman. And then you putting everybody in the friend zone because you don't want to give them a chance. Or, like I said, they're not your type. Like, sometimes your type is your type. Because obviously, whatever your type is, you still single. You still hurt. And that type didn't work out. So then, therefore, that means you need to go outside of your type and try something new, damn it. Like, you can't keep doing the same thing. The definition of insanity. Or crazy, whatever it is. Like, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same results. You keep giving that same man a chance. Or same type of man a chance. That same type of woman a chance. And you know good and well it's going to end up just like the rest of them. It's time to try something new, player. Try to try something. It's time to try something new, ladies. Like, for real. We can't be, I mean, I don't want to say like, you can't be picky and choosy. Like, sometimes the person is right in front of you. The person that is trying to get your attention is the one God wants you to be with. But you think, oh, they're bothering you, or they playing, they're not really serious. How you gonna know somebody's serious if you don't give them a chance? Again, it's trial and error. You can't say you want something, then when God is giving you all the signs that this is it. You just totally go left when he's giving you Mr. or Mrs. Right. But you just continue going left. Eventually, God gonna be like, okay, well, you just want to keep doing what you're doing. And just, forget what I'm trying to send you. Okay? Free will. You do what you want to do. You continue to live in misery. You continue to keep getting cheated on, or keep getting disrespected, things like that. Like, you have to learn to let people in. Is it a risk? Yes, every day is a risk. When you wake up out of bed, like, when you put your feet and plant them in the bed, when I get in my chair and my butt gets planted in this chair, there is a risk something might happen. It might make me worse or whatever. But you can't live that way. You have to live every day like it's your last. You can't live in fear. What are you afraid of? Getting hurt? You've already been hurt. I know, some people might not be as strong as others. But there has to come a time and a place where you're just like, you know what, F it. I'm going to just take this leap and give this woman, this man a chance. Because sometimes the risk is worth the reward. And you can't quit every time something happens. It takes time, it takes work, it takes dedication to make a relationship last. I ain't talking about just the talking. I ain't talking about just the seeing each other. I'm talking about once you are knee deep in, and once that man get ready to propose, say I do. Oh, it's definitely on in. Cause once y'all get to that altar and y'all exchange vows and y'all say I do, give that kiss, that's forever love. And I don't believe in divorce unless I get cheated on or something, but some stuff like that, like betrayed. But you take that risk to earn the reward at the end. And that's why you pray as well. I don't think people understand the power of prayer. I've been praying that God send me a woman. But not just any woman. You can't just pray to God about one thing and not be specific. Because you can say, God, send me a man, send me a woman. He's going to send that. Because that's what you ask. And it's going to end up being, you're like, well, God, I thought I told you to send. You asked for a man and a woman. You were not specific, sir, ma'am. You got to be specific when you praying to God. Lord, I want me a man that's going to provide, love me, respect me, trust me, be loyal, open to me, open up to me, care for me, be my potential husband. You got to be specific with God. The main things I pray for when I pray for a woman, I'm just let her be patient, understand that, whether I'm in this chair or not, I'm going to do my damnedest to love her the best way I can, provide for her the best way I can, do whatever I can to make the relationship work. And then once you put it out in the air, let go and let God. Literally, let go and let God. He's going to take care of the rest. You did your part. You prayed. You were specific. You asked him for what you wanted. Now let him do his work. But also, sometimes you have to do the work as well. If a man or woman shows interest in you, and it's someone new, you do not know them from Adam and Eve, like you don't know them at all. And sometimes those be the best relationships. People that you don't even know like that. No one said the talking phase had to be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Like, you're gonna know. Like, I know within a certain amount of time, okay, I really like this girl. I think I really want to be with her. You're gonna know. A man is gonna know. Women, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes y'all be a little iffy. Women don't understand men and men don't understand women. It'll always be that way. But trying to understand, that's the reason why I made this the topic. Trying to understand is everything. And you got to be patient. Because if you try to rush love, if you try to rush the relationship, if you try to rush anything, you're going to get the unfinished product. You're going to get the person that's not prepared. And you might just end up digging a ditch you can't get out of because you were rushing. You can't rush God. Trust me, I would love to get out my chair right now and just start walking. It's not my time yet. My time is coming. I do believe that. Always will. But you have to be patient in these situations. Especially when we're talking about love. You have to be sorry about that. You have to be patient. I hate when people interrupt me. You have to be patient because if you rush love, you're going to get somebody that's going to resent you. But if you be patient with love, if you be patient, and if you learn them and let them learn you, if you understand them and let them understand you, it's a two-way thing, but you're on one street together. Two people, one street. And it's going to go back and forth, back and forth. But once you get that stuff figured out, it's going to be straight and narrow. There's going to be some bumps in the road, of course. Every relationship is not perfect. I'm not saying that. Everything ain't going to be roses and sunshine. There's going to be some dark days. There's going to be some rainy days. But you also have to pray, not just for your partner, with your partner. You have to be patient. You have to understand. You have to take the time out. And you don't have to listen to me. 33 years old. I'm just spitting what, God has given me, what I feel like the world should hear. But I've been through a lot of experience. In my chair, out of the chair. Before my accident, after the accident. I've been through a lot of experiences. And, if I was to shut every woman out just because I've been hurt by women, I'm never gonna find love. I'm never gonna find the one. Can't do quotes with my fingers, but yeah, I'm never gonna find the one. And that don't mean give every Tom, Dick, and Harry a chance, every Amber Ashley and you know, Jessica a chance. Like, but I mean, if you feel in your heart you really like this person, give him a chance. The worst is going to happen is that it might not work. But that's the risk. But see, if you're so afraid of getting hurt, what do you think they are? They're the same way. They're afraid you're going to hurt them. Just like you're afraid they're going to hurt you. But y'all got to let them insecurities go. Baby girl, I'm talking to the ladies now. Y'all got to let them insecurities go. And fellas, y'all too. Hey, look. If a girl is calling you, texting you, telling you this, telling you that, but it's also showing these things, all I can do is go with what is showed and proved. Women, same thing. Of course, you know men can talk a good game. But if that man is trying, he's trying to come see you, trying to plan this, trying to plan that, whether it's a FaceTime date or a phone call or, chance for y'all to go out of town and get to know each other, things like that. And then, fellas, ladies, stop giving up the goods, man. Complicates things too damn much. Some stuff keep to yourself. There's so many old OnlyFans and so many like Snapchat private store. Like, bruh, come on, man. You wonder why some men don't respect women? He's showing everything. Yes, it's your body. Not saying, you can do whatever you want. But if the man that likes you, if you don't give them something to look forward to, and they already see your cheeks out, breasts out, everything, every single day. In their mind, they're like, she's easily accessible. You may not be easily accessible, but in their mind, that's what they're thinking, because if she can show all of that and is single, or is with somebody, we don't want no parts of that. I want someone that's exclusive. I want someone that, fully clothed, I still think you're gorgeous. To my young ladies, period, you don't have to show us everything. What matters is what's in here and what's in here. And then what you show. Physical features are going to fade. But what remains the same is what's inside someone. Take it from me. I'm in a wheelchair. But if a woman doesn't get a chance to know me on the inside, the man in the chair, not the chair itself, this is just an extension of me. I'm just occupying this damn chair till God raise me up. But if you don't get to know the real me on the inside, Brian Rashawn Lewis, then don't waste my time. Because I want to get to know the real you. Not the you that you showcasing on Facebook, on Snapchat, on Instagram, all this social media. Like, I want to know you. I want to talk to you. I want to see you. I want to learn, understand, and be patient with you. And I think I'm gonna end it on that, man. Like I said, I'm trying something new. So I want to play this song. It's by Louis Sky, and it's called Heal. And I love this song. It's called Heal, and it's by Louis Sky. And basically it's just saying, from a man's point of view, that all I want to do is heal you. It's what the man is singing. All I want to do is to heal you. Give you better than what you've been through. All I need from you is your healing. Like, you're going to come across some broken, unhealed folks. But that doesn't mean they don't deserve the same love, the same patience and understanding. That just means they might need you to show them a little more. And if they're worth it, stick with it. Stick with it. Because anyone that's worth it, you rather have somebody that's worth fighting for than someone that's like, oh, they did that to me. The hell with them. Like, come on. But anyway, this is called Heal.
Searching for a love that can save me from losing my way. Yeah. Give me good feels, make me believe, increase my faith. Lay on me, baby, please take your time, I got you.
Listen.
And I'ma touch on your curves until your body say the words. Don't you move. All I wanna do, girl, is heal you. Give you better than you've been through. All I need from you is your heal. Reassure me that you'll be right here. We can medicate each other, no illness. Supposed to be strong, even when it's something that's hard to handle. Yeah. Sometimes I wanna let go. I keep halting right on the pedal. Lay on me, baby, please take your time. I got you. And I'ma touch on your curves until your body say the words. Don't you move. All I wanna do, girl, is heal you. Give you better than you've been through. All I need from you is your heal. Reassure me that you'll be right here. We can medicate each other, no illness.
Alright, y'all. I just wanted to play that. Hope that inspires somebody. This has been another edition of the Stay Motivated and Opinionated Podcast. Again, I want to thank everyone who has tuned in, who has been supporting me since day one, before and after the accident. Performing Super Bowl weekend in New Orleans. Can't wait for that. Dropping a new single. It's an instrumental that I dedicated to my mom on her birthday, December 20th. So be looking out for that as well. And again, I forgot to say this, but so I'm coming up to an hour. I try to keep my podcast under an hour. But like he said, the only thing people need is reassurance. Patience, understanding, reciprocation, and reassurance. Are you sure you want to be with me? Are you sure you're my friend? Reassure me. Be there for me when I need you. Talk to me when something is wrong. Love me like you say you love me. Hold me like you say you want to. Do the things that you're telling me you're going to do. Don't just say it. Actions speak louder than words. But also, from the other party, reciprocation brings that tranquility together. Because if one person is giving more than the other, that's taking advantage of the other person. Stay motivated. All right, y'all. Peace.